From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys not doing too hot. Losers of 7 of their last 9. On the other side, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration.
Under pressure, they got him again. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
It's third down. Third and 4.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
That's good for the Giants. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 43-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Third and 1.
Throwing his Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 3rd down and 13.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Prescott from the gun. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Brian Burns. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. Spinning away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scatterby. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Touchdown here to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Throwing, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Dart. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
That's good for a Giants. First down. First and goal.
To throw now, Dart. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. For the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The touchdown here to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Cowboys.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott now, option right. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Prescott to throw it. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Throw out wide is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
To throw is Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And they work this well upfield across the 35. 110 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Dart. He gets this one to Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Play fake, and here's Dart. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott. That is caught. And he goes out right around the 39. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It's January 4th. Are we still within the range we can say Happy New Year? Well, Happy New Year. This is it. Week 18. Everything to play for. Let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on the Ravens in the AFC North. And this is the home team running back. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. Next up, it's the rematch of last year's NFC title game. Commanders-Eagles from the Link in Philly. And it's A.J. Brown. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. And this is Joe Burrow. Adding to his total, he's the league leader in touchdown passes, and here's another here. The Bengals trying to finish strong before the playoffs. They lead it here at the half. With that, a look at how things stand, the playoff picture in the AFC as the season draws to a close. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Throwing his Dart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Dart. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there, Prescott stripped. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll set up the throw. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Prescott from the gun on third. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, up and number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Gain of 4.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Dart. He finds his man, Johnson. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to this.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scaraboo, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards on a pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Neighbors headed onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Dart. Johnson's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Giants. First down. First and 10.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Let's go.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. They'll roll him out right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Dart. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This is a 26-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. Dallas offense set for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll toss it here to Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Yeah! Let's
Looking to throw. Prescott. Finding Pickens for another catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run with blue. And the stop will come inside the 5 and the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Williams not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Yeah!
Prescott down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Brian Burns in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw now, Dart steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Donovan Ezaraku just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To throw is Dart. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Donovan Ezaraku. Dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mozzie Smith. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He juked him. Again with a juke. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw is Prescott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Finding total here over the middle. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Cowboy first down.
Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, check for it in.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Completes this one to Pickens. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Well, the home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Giants, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.